I'm Steve Beats, the Executive Director of the Wellesley Community Center, and welcome to another segment of Wheels of Wellesley here on Saturday, May 18th. With us today are a couple of fellows with some very interesting backgrounds who are students of the business of magic. On my immediate right is Gil Stubbs and Jerry Scheuwitz over here. Fellas, tell us a little bit about your backgrounds. Gil?
Well, I was educated at MIT in electrical engineering, and I worked in the first in the nuclear field and then in the space field. And and when I retired in 1989, I decided to go into doing magic shows, which I do now, as well as teaching magic. And
you, Jerry?
Well, I started my formal training is in engineering and physics, but I never did much engineering and physics. I spent most of my industrial years in marketing and marketing communications. And I progressed starting with IBM, International Business Machines Corporation. I started with them, and slowly with my responsibilities I developed presentation abilities, which led into using magic for my industrial presentations. I would conclude a presentation with a magic trick that would illustrate my theme of the presentation. And that worked very well. And that sort of evolved into more magic and still more magic. And then a buddy of mine down in Florida really got me into the professional aspect of it. And I joined the International Brotherhood of Magicians. And it's been a slow evolution, but I found that, well, with magic, I can take my marketing sleight of mouth and just change it into sleight of hand, which works very well. So it's been an evolutionary process with me. I didn't just jump into magic.
So you guys have been at it for quite some time.
Yeah.
I remember my first exposure to magic was in the 1980s. This fellow that I knew, Don Dixon of Control Data Corporation of Minneapolis, Minnesota. He and I were at a conference in Century City, California one year. And he made me very jealous because he was going to the castle in Southern California to meet his friend Bill Bixby, who was an accomplished magician of his own right. And I remember that vividly. I was very jealous as I reflect upon that evening. He said, "See you later."
Hi, Suzette.
Hello.
I'd like to do a card trick for you.
Okay.
And these are what we call jumbo cards. They're just like the regular cards, but they're just much larger. And I need to have a very honest person to do this trick with me, and I think you qualify. And because I'm going to ask you to tell a lie, once in a lifetime opportunity. And but as we do often in magic, I'm going to have you choose a card from this fan, any card at all. Okay. Now I'm going to turn away and I'll have you show that card to the camera. Okay. Now turn it face down so I can't see it.
Okay.
Put it on top. And now I'm going to give you a chance. Let's see. Just mix them up a little bit. And now I'm going to give you a chance to tell a lie. With a straight face, I want you to say, "I chose blank blank," but not the card that you actually chose, which everybody else knows as well as you.
Okay.
So just name a card. Say, "I chose what?"
I chose the 3 of hearts.
3 of hearts. All right. And let's see what we can do here. T-H-R-E-E. 3.
3.
O-F. And you said diamonds, right?
Hearts.
Oh, okay. You can change your mind. No? All right, heart. H-E-A-R-T-S. Now, of course, we're, at least I am trying to get to the truth of the matter. And so I'm going to spell out the word truth. T-R-U-T-H. R U T H. Now you can be honest and you can tell me the name of your car. Is that your car?
Yes.
Is
Was
that
that
your
it?
car?
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that was it. I was thinking of the card I told you, but
You're building up the suspense. I didn't know.
oh, that's correct. That's correct.
Oh, thank you very much, Suzette.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to tell you a little story about one of the magician's favorite props, and that's a silk handkerchief. And of course, magicians don't call them silk handkerchiefs, that's too long. We call them silks. Now, in order for me to show you, to tell you this little story, I need a silk, and I don't see any silks around here, so I guess we'll just have to have one come out of nowhere, right? Now, the problem with the silks, especially the white ones, is that they tend to get dirty after a while. They tend to get dirty. And so I just throw them in the washing machine. And if you can imagine my hand being a washing machine, it's no particular big deal. All I do is, put it in the washing machine and then put it all in there. And when it comes out of the washing machine, it's nice and bright and white. There's nothing special about that. So one day I was washing my silk, and well, I thought of something that someone told me, and I wasn't sure what it was. But I started washing the silk anyway. And I put it in the machine, and it was coming out pretty nice. And then I did something. It turned out to be a wrong move. But what I did is I put all the silk in the machine, and it was washing. And then I got the brilliant idea to take a red silk and put in with the white. And I put the red silk in the machine. And the machine is going round and round and round and round and round. Then I remembered what someone had told me. My wife had said, never ever put dark colors in with light colors in a washing machine. And of course I knew everything. What does she know? I just put it in there. But then something happened. And I pulled out the white silk from the machine. And, oh, she was right. She was right. The red coloring just went all over the white silk and it was ruined. I have to start listening to my wife a little more.
As the person who does laundry in our house, I want you to know how much I appreciated Jerry's trick there. Thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, Wheels of Wellesley, May 18th, Saturday at the Wellesley Community Center. See you then.